Okay. All right. Good morning. Can everybody hear me? This is Rob Benchley, Chairman of the Sconset Advisory Board.
Good morning.
All right, thank you.
We hear you.
It's Monday, January 31st, 2022, and it's 5 minutes after 11. This is the meeting of the Sconset Advisory Board for the HDC. Members, when I call your name, please respond. Clement Durkis.
Here.
Thank you. Angus McLeod.
Here.
Mary Will.
Here.
Caroline Ellis.
Here.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody. And with that, I'll take a motion to approve the agenda.
I'll make that motion.
Thank you. Motion made and seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. And I hope what you're seeing on the screen is in fact the agenda.
Yes.
Looks good.
Okay, good. Thank you. I'm going to go to our first item. Not sure where I'm going to find it, but okay. All right. First item is 25 Broadway with Steve Thoreau, and this is for some outdoor containers. That is the so-called Sconset store property.
Yeah. Hope Chest.
Hope Chest, thank you very much. Okay, let me go down to the. So this is the current configuration. Okay, and they are proposing something we've seen before, which is something similar to
Ah,
that
Oh, my goodness.
at number 17.
but those are encroaching. Aren't they? Oh, number
They've
7.
also, well, we also told them to remove those, except the ones that were pre-existing, so.
Right, right. I'm going to make a suggestion that this is something that has not been approved, and is a little history that it was built without the HDC approval, and it's currently still before the HDC. And I think it would be unwise to
Use it as precedent.
use it as precedent because it hasn't been approved and it's still before the HDC.
I agree. I mean, this is a clear example of why we can't really let this become precedent, because everyone's going to jump on board, and then we're just going to have all these outdoor boxes surrounding every house on these little ways between the cottages. You know, one trash bin was kind of like, oh, okay, they don't have another place to put it. Sconset's small. That's one thing, but this is really, I think this is really pushing the envelope, and I don't think we want to see this everywhere.
Well,
Or
it's
anything about anywhere.
Right.
right. It's an encroachment on public land, on public ways. I mean, why are they more special than the rest of the public?
They said though, Mary, it was on their property.
Yeah, they were able to show that it is indeed on their property. But like I said, that's on today's or tomorrow's agenda again. It keeps getting pushed because, you know, there are a lot of applications. But yeah, I agree that, you know, it's tough. And I took a walk down there, and I on the other side of number 17 here on the south side, there's also another enclosure for the heating and cooling system. And then there's a, you know, so all the ways are getting really, really crowded with stuff. And so I think we should just
Note our opposition.
Yeah, note our opposition and also encourage a larger discussion about it because it is getting littered with these things. And Janet, did you want to speak to this particular application?
I just, the question, because obviously this impacts, it's directly in front of our entrance. I just wanted to know if it had what is already there, because we were quite shocked when we came to see these bins there that first year. Has it been ascertained that this is definitely Hope Chest property where these existing trash bins are?
Let me check. It appears to be on their property, but that would definitely be something that needs to be determined, something other than us officially, I would say.
By a surveyor, for example.
That
And
that would be excellent. I also would submit that if there is going to be some sort of a surveyor or since Hope Chest was lifted up and then put back down again,
Yeah.
with a full basement and a full, I guess, part of an apartment down there. I don't know if anyone has noticed, but it's made a huge impact in the water, lack of drainage at the top of Front Street, that the puddles are so deep after bad rains that people have to walk up on the railroad ties or they don't come that way. So I
Okay.
just wanted to know because that again is a huge impact on us, because that, I won't even call it a puddle, it's like a small pond. And I have taken pictures of it and I was trying to ascertain sort of where to pursue that line of question.
Gotcha.
So, and I'd love some information on that if someone can provide, because it's not a satisfactory situation. And as I said, I'm very happy to send some pictures I've taken after bad rains, not hurricanes, just rains. Anyway, thank you very much.
Great. Okay, Janet, thanks for your participation and your input. Okay, so we'll
Can I ask, this is Clement, I'll just ask another question of something about, are there any setbacks required from these narrow ways between the cottages? I don't know the answer. I'm just asking.
yeah, and trash bins and things like this. Are they considered a part of a setback where landscaping is not?
Yeah. Also, remember, we were looking at a potential outdoor shower too. So, and there is a potential there is an outdoor shower on the other one that they're citing. And do they not? Yeah, there's an outdoor shower at the end down there. Do the people at 25 or Hope Chest, they haven't designed anything that we're looking at, have they?
Oh,
They're just suggesting that it will be red cedar and will look like
there was a
design. Okay.
yeah, hang on a sec.
I also am curious in that we received no notification about this at all, even though it's directly in front of our house. So
Yes, I think there's
So
There's-
in the Sconset Old Historic, which is the zoning there, there's the 0 setback in the front, but there's 5 feet setback on the sides and back. And the minimum that you have to change 100 square feet in this zoning in order to be forced to notify the abutters. Whereas outside this district, it's 1,000 square feet. But you can see these bins are not taking up 100 square feet, so you wouldn't the applicant wouldn't be forced to give notification.
Got it. Thank you
The
very much.
issue is that this is really compromising the structures once they assume a certain mass, and the envelope is definitely getting pushed here.
Yes. Great. Okay, so we'll make notes of all this and make particular reference to 17 Broadway, since the application does as well, and that has not been resolved. Okay,
And make sure you mention precedent, because everybody's gonna want this. Everybody's looking for more storage, including me.
yeah, me too. Okay, great. If there's no more comments on the first item, we'll move on to the second. And here again, I have to find that. Yikes. Are you seeing the agenda on the screen?
Yes,
Yeah,
Okay, great. Thank you.
so it's 2 Ann's Lane.
It's loading. Everybody familiar with the location? Jeff Lee's built this many years ago, corner of Ann's Lane and Sankey Road.
yes.
Indeed.
Mhm.
And the applicants are Robert Vecti and Robin Redner. Okay, there's the application, and I have looked at this, and I believe I'm going to need to recuse myself because I am a direct abutter.
Yep. I thought that might be the case. This is Mary. This is an unprecedented application for a roof walk in that it's nowhere near the chimney. So obviously it's not an historic house and we don't have to, I mean, they're not concerned about putting out chimney fires in the historic context that typically roof walks were created. But it's a particularly ungainly application, I would say, of a structure. Obviously, they want to be able to see the ocean. But it just seems like access to it, that ladder, it's really strange.
Okay. Let's see. Anybody else? Let's see. Caroline, I'm going to give you a chance.
I think dangerous and ungainly.
I would say this is Clement. There's no precedent that I know of for an outdoor second floor ladder to a roof walk. I don't know that I've ever seen one. And it's a bad looking, and I agree with Caroline, very dangerous.
I've seen a situation where the ladder was somewhat hidden just because of the footprint of the structure to gain access from the outside, but it was a very unusual situation. It was out in Matticat. This style structure is not the typical Nantucket house, the 2-story house that has, would have had a roof walk. So it looks out of place on this house. But my biggest issue is the access. It should be from a roof scuttle up near the peak of the roof underneath the roof walk.
What do you mean by that? It should be interior to the house?
Yeah, I
the
mean,
access, yeah.
it always came, opened up underneath the roof walk and then you access up through that way,
Right.
suppose from externally.
Okay,
Angus, this is Caroline, if they did access from the house, what do you think about the appropriateness of the roof walk?
Well, that's what I was saying, is that it's not the typical Nantucket house that.
Right. Okay.
And when I say Nantucket, I'm talking about that Nantucket federal style structure, 2 stories, 5 bay, that style structure. It's not that. This part of the house, it's a relatively small part of the house that is 2-story. Most of it is 1.5 story. So I think that really is sort of pushing the envelope of, okay, it's a 2-story house, we can get a roof walk. But the access is just completely inappropriate.
great. Thank you all. Anybody who's listening in from the audience care to weigh in on this? If not, thank you very much. I'm going to go back to the agenda. Okay.
And so, Mr. Chair?
Yeah.
Our recommendation is to oppose the application.
That's what I'm hearing. Yes.
Thank you.
And I think in addition to that, our recommendation is to oppose a roof walk of any kind, even if it's accessed from the interior, because of the shape of the roof and as Angus was saying, it's not appropriate to that style house.
Okay, I'm making note of that. Thank you. Excellent. Okay. We're going to move on now to 32 Morey Lane. And excuse me while I try to figure out where that is.
It's just beyond, it's one house closer on Morey to the ocean from Everett Street.
Okay. I'm looking for the application. There it is.
So is this Rosie's old house?
Yes.
Okay.
And the agent here is Bill Freed, and this is for the Christopher and Heather Helle. Is that how you pronounce that? Helle? Okay, let's go down. I looked at this earlier. There's not a whole lot of information, but it is clear what's going on. There's the house. Carew at the top, Morey Lane on the left. Are you seeing this on your screens?
Yep.
Yes.
Great, thank you.
And they want, yeah.
And here's the back of the house. It's hard to see it on this one, but
That's
There's
where
a
the
little red outline.
little red outline, yes.
So
It's
just
like
some
the
symmetry.
windows missing from the fully being symmetrical, so it kind of belongs there.
Yeah.
I agree.
Last time I was at that house, I painted it. Okay. Now, missing from here is the
Okay.
a
The
window
des-
schedule and everything, but it does say on the application, like kind.
Oh, that's a string. That's why it looks different.
Yeah. Oh, right. It is string. Look at that.
That's
Smart.
clever.
That's a great idea.
I thought they used markup on a picture. That's great.
Yeah.
It's a red chalk line.
Yeah, it's terrific.
I have
This is
no,
Mary. I have no objections. I think this is a good, this is a good idea.
I agree.
Yeah,
Looks great as long as they use, as they say, like kind.
all right, great. Excellent. All right. Next is 5 Elbow Lane, Sparkaloka. And this, I believe, is a renewal of the certificate of appropriateness they got a few years ago, and I'm looking for that now.
Mr. Chair, I'm going to have to recuse
Okay,
from this because I'm going to be involved in the design on it.
great. Okay, thank you.
This is not my design, but I will be working on it.
Okay,
So just a point of curiosity, this is Mary. Do they need to renew they need to renew the old the old COA so that they can then make changes to a new one? Is that the procedure?
That's what's happening, is that they're running out of time. So
I
they
see.
just want to hold their spot.
Got it.
They, as far as I know, I don't know if anyone's here to represent them, but I'm happy to say what I know. And that is that they didn't have this plan done. It was already done, I think, when they got the house. And so they want to do something, but not this. So they just want to hold their spot.
Good.
okay,
no objection.
This is Mary. I have no objection.
yeah. I have no objection either.
So they'll be coming back with a different plan. Is that what I'm
Right.
hearing? Okay,
Good.
so we will see the plan when it comes back. The new
Yeah.
plan. That doesn't mean it's pre-approved. It's just, okay.
Yeah.
Great.
We spent a fair amount of time on this.
Yeah, we did. All right, excellent. Whew.
Good job, Rob.
Man, oh man, I'm getting the hang of this. I tell you, it's my new mouse.
Must be feeding it well.
And yes, I feed it well, and also another 256K of random access memory in my computer. So,
Wow.
okay. If there's no further comments from anybody here or anybody out there, I will take a motion for the approval of our comments from today.
So moved.
Second,
Thank you. So moved and seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
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 The ayes have it. And then I will take a
Motion to adjourn.
to adjourn. Thank you very
I'll
much.
second
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you all. And thank you everybody out there who's joined us to listen in, and thank you for your comments. And I guess we're done with that, and we'll see you the next time at somebody's house when the power goes out again.
Take
Take care,
care.
you guys. Stay warm.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.